For our podcast disclaimer, please visit the episode description. Thanks for coming back to What the Heck is Happening in HR. And today we're going to talk about appreciation. I've received a bunch of calls from workforces and HR folks and even bosses who are just saying, I don't know what to do with my employees. I don't know what they value anymore. I don't know how to thank them. Pizza parties aren't doing it. And frankly, they never did. But I do want to talk about the appreciation in the workplace. And just a little plug here, I am certified in this, so I feel a bit able to talk about it. And we're going to talk about the 5 languages of appreciation. You may know about the love languages that happened with Gary Chapman and Paul White, and you might have your love language or your spouse or partner, you know their love language. Well, Gary Chapman and Paul White also did the 5 languages of appreciation in the workplace. And they gave us these same 5 languages of tangible gifts, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, and words of affirmation. And so, what we do is we run through an assessment so the employee can determine what way they like to be appreciated. And so let's talk about what some of those items might be and what would be logical. Because where you're perhaps giving them some sort of trophy or some sort of recognition on a public stage, they might not want at all, and it's not meaningful for them. So we want to be able to do this appropriately. So let's talk about tangible gifts. It's got to be valued in order to show value. So if you're not going I had someone once hand me, which was nice. I don't even know if you drink coffee, but here's a Starbucks gift certificate. Really? You don't even know if I drink coffee. I've known you for 18 months and I usually have coffee in my hand. So I was appreciative of it, but it certainly made me think that they didn't spend much time thinking about it. So sometimes just being able to say, here's something like this. I had actually an employee one time who left me a really nice cup of hot cocoa on a cool winter Florida morning. And she knew I had to drive into the office, and she left it and she said, "Thanks for all your help." And she just left a little Post-it with that coffee on there, with that hot cocoa on there, and it was just so appreciative. So a little gift, whether it's a coworker or whether it's to your employee, can really, really help. Acts of service. So lending a helping hand and finishing what you start. If they're working on something, how can you help? What is it you can do? What do they need? Maybe even going out and saying, "Hey, I'll go s- um get us all a break here. Let me go get lunch." Whatever that might be that you can do that will help their job be easier could really, really be helpful. Quality time, sometimes it's just about spending time with the boss. Because I am a behavior analyst, I focus on that. So, sometimes you have employees who come in late to meetings on purpose because that's the only attention they get from their boss. So, there's a reason for that behavior as there is for all behavior. But think about spending focused attention and meaningful conversation with them. Maybe go for a walk around the campus. Maybe go have that cup of tea or have some sort of conversation around their birthday, whatever that might be that says, "I'm focused on you." If you know that they went to a sporting event or they went to a concert or perhaps they volunteer, spend some time talking to them about it and what they find important about it. Or if they have finished a big exam and they're in your tuition reimbursement program, talk to them about that. Another one is words of affirmation. Those are positive words to help motivate or show gratitude. And so being able to let them know that they did a good job, but let them know specifically what they did a good job on. You did a great job handling that employee situation last night. The way you calmed him down, the way you were able to use his name, and the way you let him discover the best way to be able to resolve it was really first, um, just a first class act, and you really, really did a wonderful job on it. Be specific. Tell them immediately and let them know how appreciative you are of it. That makes it valued to them. And then, of course, physical touch. Now, under the love languages, it's different. But under love languages or appreciation languages in the workplace, it's appropriate. It might be a handshake, it might be a high five, it might be a fist bump. But whatever it is needs to be something appropriate. And that's one of the beauties about doing the assessment, is because then you know what their love language is. I have one client who actually did the assessment. We did the training as to what that meant. And now on everybody's office or cube, on their nameplate, there's a little symbol that shows what their language of appreciation is. So people know that if I'm going to come in and spend time with you, that's not going to be meaningful to you. But if I spend time with you, perhaps talking with you, focused only on you, then maybe that's going to be a better thing. So, being able to recognize not just that people have the need to feel valued, but that you are valuing them in the way they wish to be valued. And I want you to know that we value you, all of us here who work hard to have a podcast that inspires, educates, and maybe even makes you shake your head a little bit. It's our goal to make sure that you have these tidbits to get you moving through the day and get you thinking about maybe doing something different and bringing it to your workplace. So thanks so much for joining us. We do appreciate you in all ways. Please subscribe on all your podcast platforms. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of What the Heck is Happening in HR.